Hello everyone. So I'm going to give a presentation on the topic formulation and evaluation of fast disintegrating tablets of solid dispersion containing cefdinir. So let's start with the introduction part. What are fast disintegrating tablets? These are the tablets which are basically used for rapid disintegration or dissolution of dosage forms. So what mainly it contains? The solution which contains the medicament is swallowed first, and then the medicament is absorbed through the gastrointestinal epithelium to reach the target site and to produce the desired pharmacological action. Then the solid dispersion, it refers to a group of solid products which consist of two components. First is the hydrophilic matrix and another is the hydrophobic drug. This hydrophilic matrix can be found in the two forms. First is the crystalline and another is the amorphous form. This is the drug profile of the drug cefdinir, which is basically used in this project work. So cefdinir is an advanced third generation broad spectrum cephalosporin antimicrobial agent which has low solubility as well as the permeability. So it basically belongs to the class 4 of biopharmaceutical classification. Its melting point was found to its melting point is 172 degrees centigrade. Its mechanism of action is to inhibit the bacterial cell wall synthesis by acting on the penicillin binding proteins, and these are the pharmacokinetic profile of this drug. Then our main aim towards this research is to increasing the solubility of the cefdinir drug and to develop the formulation which may affect the bioavailability of the drug. So we have set the objective, and very first objective is to formulation of solid dispersion of the cefdinir drug by using PVP K30, that is polyvinyl pyrrolidone K30 matrix, and also to study the effect of this polymer on the solubility of the drug. Also, to study the effect of SLS, that is sodium lauryl sulfate, on the solubility of cefdinir, which will be added to the solid dispersion after the formulation. Then the last one is the development of the fast disintegrating tablet of the cefdinir solid dispersion for rapid dissolution and absorption, which will be more effective for upsurge the bioavailability of the drug. Then the experimental part, this is the experimental part. So very first we have before starting the experimental part, we have done the pre-formulation studies of this drug as well as the polymer. So first is the solubility profile of the drug, where we have used different solvent like distilled water, 0.1 normal HCl, PBS, methanol, ethanol, and dimethyl sulfoxide, and these are the results which we have got. Also, we have done the melting point study in the Thiel's tube method, and the cefdinir was found to be 170 to 174 degrees centigrade. For PVPK30, the melting point was found to be 53 to 56 degrees centigrade, and for SLS, it was found to be 204 to 207 degrees centigrade. After that, we have also performed the UV visible spectroscopy to determine the lambda max of the cefdinir drug in various solvents. For that, we have used the PBS buffer, 0.1 normal HCl, and the distilled water. And the lambda max was found to be 286 nanometer, and for 0.1 normal HCl was found to be 281 nanometer. Also, the regression value was found to be near to 1, like 0.994. After the pre-formulation study, we have prepared the solid dispersion by solvent evaporation method. We have choose the solvent evaporation method because it is like cheapest method and also the easiest method. So for that, different formulation of cefdinir were prepared with varying ratios of drug to PVPK30 from 1:1 to 1:6, that is F1 to F6, and drug to PVPK30 from 1:1 to 1:6 with 10% of sodium lauryl sulfate. So basically, we have prepared the two batches like F1 to F6 without SLS and FS1 to FS6 with SLS. After that, these mixtures were dissolved in the common solvent like ethanol, and then this ethanol is evaporated until a clear solvent free film is left. If there is any moisture is there, then we can also use the lyophilizer. After the formulation of solid dispersion, we have performed the FTIR spectroscopy to determine the functional group present in the drug as well as the polymer and also in the formulation. So this is the structure of this cefdinir drug, and here we can see that NH2 group is present, C double bond O, CH stretching, and also OH group is present. So in this graph, you can easily find the C double bond O stretching in the region between 1423 to 1763, and CH stretching was found in between 2887 to 2979, and this peak that 3300 is for the NH group, and 3589.37, this small peak and the broad peak is due to the OH group present in this cefdinir structure. After that, we have also performed the FTI spectroscopy of PVPK30, and here I have also attached the structure which contains the C double bond O group. And this 1650 in the graph, you can easily see that the sharp peak is because of this C double bond O group, and other peaks remains the same for CS stretching and the NH. And this is the FTIR spectrum of formulation, that is SD FS5. FS5, I will tell later why we have taken the FS5 formulation. And here also you can easily identify the peak at 1655, which is basically for the C double bond O stretching. Then we have performed the differential scanning calorimetry for the thermal behavior of our formulation, as well as the drug and polymer and their physical mixture. So very first graph is for the cefdinir drug, where the point 150 degrees centigrade is for the melting point of this drug, and the sharp peak at 200 degrees centigrade shows the endothermic peak of this drug. After that, in the last graph, which is the graph of solid dispersion, that is FS5, here we can see that the sharp peak at 200 degrees centigrade was not found, which basically indicates that the crystalline nature of this drug has changes to amorphous form of the drug. Then we have also determined the percent drug content of formulation from F1 to F6, and this is the table which mainly indicates the percent drug content of drug in the solid dispersion. And this solid dispersion contains very good amount of drug, and this is the graph which I have drawn for this table. And another table is for the FS1 to FS6 formulation, and here also we can see from the data that the solids for the dispersion formulation contains a good amount of the drug, which is basically in the range of 81.95 to 85.10. Then we have performed the dissolution studies of solid dispersion, where we have used the buffer PS 6.1 and 6.8, and we have performed the dissolution studies up to 1 hour. Here, rate of release from different formulation was fast in the initial period. So in the initial period, the drug release was fast, and after some time it becomes slower. And the pure drug showed a release of 41.80 at the end of 1 hour, while solid dispersion showed 66.18% and 88.32% with SLS drug release in 1 hour. With the SLS, that is sodium lauryl sulfate, 10%, if we have added, the dissolution profile or the drug release has been increased, and the percent drug dissolution increased with an increase in the ratio. So as well as we have increased the polymer ratio, the drug release will also be increased. So here is the graph. This is the graph of dissolution study of cefdinir, the physical mixture, as well as the formulation, that is F1 to F6. So here we can easily see that 1:5 ratio of the polymer and drug ratio has the greater amount of drug release. And this is the graph of cefdinir physical mixture as well as the FS1 to FS6. And here also in the 1:5 formulation with 10% of SLS, the dissolution profile has shows the good release, or the rate of release was good in this 1:5 formulation. So after that, we have seen that the 1:5 ratio of cefdinir was the optimized formulation, and that formulation, that cefdinir solid dispersion formulation, we can use for formulating the fast disintegrating tablets. So the 1:5 ratio of cefdinir PVPK30 with 10% of SLS was taken for formulation of fast disintegrating tablets. And here is the formula used for different formulation of fast disintegrating tablets. Here we have taken the 387.5 mg of solid dispersion, which was equivalent to 50 mg of drug, and we have variated the other ingredient, that is microcrystalline cellulose, lactose, sodium starch glycolate, prosprovidone, mannitol, magnesium stearate also. Here we have taken the two super disintegrant, that is sodium starch glycolate and the prosprovidone. After that, we have mixed all the ingredients with the solid dispersion, and after that we have characterized that mixed blend with different characteristic, like first one is the angle of repose, then bulk density, tap density, percent compressibility, and flowability, and this is the value which we have got. After the characterization of that particular mixture, we have taken the mixture and we have compressed into the form of tablet, and then different tests was performed, like hardness test, friability test, wetting time, weight variation, disintegration test, dissolution test, etc. And this is the table of their value, where weight variation, we can see that all the formulation has passed the weight variation test. Hardness was found to be in between 4.23 to 4.91. Friability percentage was also found in between 0.59 to 0.76. Disintegration time was found to be 38 second in FDT4 formulation, which was very less, and also in FDT6 it was found to be 51 second. The wetting time was also found to be very less in the FDT4 formulation, that is 24.33 second, and 31.33 second in FDT5, and 34.56 second in FDT6. Then percent water absorption ratio was also found to be very good. Then we have also performed the percent drug content in different formulations of fast disintegrating tablets like FDT1 to FDT6, and we have seen that this all formulation contains very good amount of drug, that is cefdinir, and this is the graph. Then this is the dissolution study of the fast disintegrating tablets, and here we can see that the FDT4 formulation has released a good amount of drug. So we can say that this FDT4, which contains the crosspovidone, has released good amount of drug. And here we have used the USP apparatus type 2 at 50 RPM, and we have taken 0.1 normal SCL, which was maintained at 37 plus minus 0.5 degree centigrade. Then this I have already explained. So this is the result, and here is the result and discussions. So from the release study and determination of drug content, optimized formulation is 1:5, as we have already seen from the previous data, with 10% of SLS. So these formulations of solid dispersion is used for preparation of fast disintegrating tablets. The reason for the enhancement in drug dissolution could be the dispersion of drug in pores of PVPK30 and increased wettability. The dissolution rate of the drug increased up to ratio of 1:5, but at higher ratios it decreased. So this is the reason why we have taken the 1:5 formulation for preparation of fast disintegrating tablets. So this might be due to the firm or the film adsorption of the drug on PVPK30, which hinders the dissolution of the drug. So this might be the reason of why 1:6 formulation we have not taken for the optimized formulation. Here, SLS in the solid dispersion was increased dissolution rate by an effective prevention of drug crystallization during dissolution. So the main mechanism of SLS is prevention of the crystallization, or a prevention of the drug crystallization during the dissolution. So this we clearly showed in DSC analysis of solid dispersion. So this we can prove by the DSC analysis that solid dispersion of 1:5 ratio cefdinir and PVPK30 with 10% of SLS, where the endothermic peak of cefdinir is moved down compared to pure cefdinir, and physical mixture of cefdinir, PVPK30 and SLS, which indicate that the drug was converted to amorphous form from crystalline form. So the conclusion is that from the DSC analysis, we can say that the endothermic peak which we have got at the 200 degree centigrade in the formulation after preparing the solid dispersion, we have not got that peak, and which indicates that the crystalline form of the drug has been converted into the amorphous form, which is basically responsible for the enhancement of the solubility. After that, the tablets containing crosspovidone, that is FDT4, FDT5, and FDT6. In that, FDT4 and FDT6 exhibit quick disintegration time, followed by tablets containing sodium starch glycolate. Okay, so crosspovidone, which is a super disintegrant, exhibits quick disintegration time. So what is the probable reason for that? So the probable reason for delayed the disintegration time of the tablet might be slow water uptake or more gelling tendency of sodium starch glycolate than crosspovidone. So that is the reason why sodium starch glycolate has not the quick disintegration time. Then drug release was found to be between 87 to 98.18%. And among six batches, FDT4 is selected as optimized batch because of its lowest disintegration time and the highest drug release. So here the FDT4 formulation, we have got the optimized formulation. And from the statistical analysis, or by using some variance, significant differences in the release rate of fast disintegrating tablets were found between the formulation. So this was indicated by p-value, and the p-value was found to be very less, that is 0.05. So what are the conclusion and future prospects? The major problem of Cefdinir is its lower aqueous solubility. So here we have overcome the solubility problem of this drug by preparing the solid dispersion and with the PVP K30 and SLS, which are mainly the which is mainly responsible to enhance the dissolution rate as well as the solubility as well as the bioavailability of the drug. Also, the molecular properties of this drug and polymer were studied using DSC and FTIR analysis. And the optimized formulation of solid dispersion, that is FS5, was successfully formulated into fast disintegrating tablets. So total number of 6 formulations were prepared by direct compression technique. And here two super disintegrants, that is sodium starch glycolate and crosspovidone was used. And the results of disintegration study was showed that the disintegration time of formulation FDT4 is 38 seconds, and the formulation passed all evaluation parameter of the FDTs. So thank you so much.